Good morning, guys. We are on our way to do the Signal Mountain Summit hike. So I am walking up the road right now and heading towards the trailhead. So I'll video when we get up there. So this trail is going to be found in the Signal Mountain Lodge area. And then you just kind of walk up the road a little bit to find the trail. Look at all the pretty lupin flowers. This is what is called lupin. And there's many different species. I don't know the exact species, but they're kind of covered in this trail. I think it's really pretty. Okay, the irony of hiking for me is that I actually hate hiking. I hate it. Hiking itself is terrible. It's kind of like the equivalent to like cardio, where you're like running on a treadmill and it like freaking sucks. But you do it anyway because of like gain. So like for me, hiking is like a gain thing. Like I love seeing where my feet can take me. And then like after, when I finish a hike, like look at all these wildflowers. When I finish a hike, I feel very accomplished. But the hiking itself sucks. The worst part about hiking is hiking. So anyway. There is such a good variety of wildflowers here. It's kind of crazy. There's so many. I went on a flower walk like last week. One of the interp rangers started up this thing called Nature Club, and she taught to like look for the diversity in the ecosystem. So pretty cool. Guys, we made it. Signal Mountain. Look at that view, guys. Is that not beautiful? It's amazing where your feet can like take you. We are working in the bees booth this morning down here at Granite entrance station. So just chilling, giving out maps, selling passes, stuff like that. So
this is normal. This is normal, okay?
Normal.
It's cold today.
Normal.
They have condiments inside. I've seen someone look through the window at us.
Hey, just so you guys know, that's the airport. Right there. But like, look at the view. Isn't that crazy?
History about the Buffalo Fork Ranger Station from Chip. He was saying that the first African American superintendent of the Park Service started out at the Buffalo Fork Ranger Station, and he had it was like in the 40s. I think like 35 minutes. People ended up having a lot of respect for him. I was like, who is that? It's just cool that he started out at the Buffalo Fork Ranger Station.
And they live at, they both live at Mormon Row. Oh, so far, I mean, how long, 10 minutes? I don't know, at least 10 minutes.
In case I have to put Teton.
When they had strainers, they would
Yeah, that's what I told my buddy. I was like, 3 minutes on the dot. She said en route, and I was like,
Probably gone by places in the river where you're like, why? What's this weird indentation? But it's probably a dynamite blast.
I would want somebody to do that for me. They've probably already had a really long day.
yeah,
Why make them drive an extra couple hours
yeah.
when we're available?
Hell yeah.
Park Service boat. Woohoo!
Give me a good smooth throttle press all the way to the stop. Once we're up on plane, pull back to that cruise of about 26, 20.
There's no way people don't call that in.
Oh, see it?
Oh, yeah.
That boat's like, why are you shooting a flare at us?
I know. Oh yeah.
Yep, I just heard it. Just saw it.
That is not a lot.
Sound travels.
I seriously don't see it.
It's gone
It's
now.
gone.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
missed
the
it.
sound came after.
Damn.
It's even louder when it's in your hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you see why we give that big high arc? Because we want that baby to burn as long. Oh wait, let's let them shoot.
What?
Hold
Oh.
on. Set your trigger all the way back.
Thank you.
Yep.
Damn. Oh wow, that was a lot less loud. Thank you.
Visually, physically inspect the weapon, ensure that it is unloaded.
We got a beautiful storm brewing here. I don't know if you guys can see the rain falling over there on the mountains. I'm getting ready to hike Willow Creek Flats down to Coulter Bay because I need this part of the trail and I'm not in the best mood. So I was like, you know what? Let's just hike during a storm. So we are hiking in the middle of like a big thunderstorm. But I'm hoping it's not gonna hit because this way looks fairly clear. So I don't know, we'll see. But it feels really good out too. So I think this is gonna be a good hike. We'll see. This trail is currently closed to the public. They've been having some bear activity, they stated. However, I haven't seen any, signs of bear activity. But there is a reason why they have this trail closed. But I'm kind of using my park status to hike it. So. There was like a mega streak of lightning like right there. You guys can see that rain falling. Pretty cool. This is a super cool bridge over the water. I don't know what they made this road for, but I really like this trail a lot. We unfortunately did not beat the storm. So we're hiking 2 miles, soaking wet. Had to like bushwhack through some trees because the trail was so not maintained. So do not recommend that trail at all. It was bad. Today we are hiking Cascade Canyon. I'm gonna take video in reverse order, but I love this. Sign tagging. Boom, we made it. We're heading back down Cascade. Came up Cascade, came down Cascade. This is where the crest trail splits. So crest trail. This is one of the ways you can come out. Cascade Canyon. So we're heading back. It is once again raining. It is now early July. I think today's July the 3rd. Or is it the 4th? There's no way it's the 4th of July. That's kind of crazy if it's the 4th of July. Anyway, so this Cascade Canyon trail is one of the ways you can kind of like leave the crest trail like early rather than like doing paintbrush divide. So anyway, if you're coming from the crest trail, this is the first little bit of elevation. It's honestly nothing too bad at all. The rest of the trail is relatively flat. So got a bit of downhill coming from the crest trail. I also parked at Jenny Lake and I hiked around up the String Lake. Then I cut across to do this trail. I stopped at Inspiration Point. On the way back down, I'm gonna stop at Hidden Falls, and then I'm gonna finish the Jenny Lake loop. So I think this is about 3.4 miles one way. So right around there, somewhere right around there. So 6.8 miles. And then the Jenny Lake loop, you can either take the shuttle back across, or if you hike the whole loop, it's about 7 miles. That's the whole loop from parking lot to parking lot. So I guess, I don't know, add what, what did I say? 6, hold on. 3 and 3, 6.8 plus another, what did I say, like 7? So 13.8 miles will be the total up Cascade and around all of Lake Cheney. But now you have to factor in a little bit of additional time to stop at Inspiration Point, Hidden Falls. I kind of just walked past Inspiration Point and was like, woo, I feel inspired. Because there was so many people. So here's a little bridge crossing. The water levels are still relatively high right now. But the whole Cascade Canyon Trail is melted out. There's no snow along this trail whatsoever. So I thought that was pretty good. This is kind of what the trail looks like for like the whole way. I think there's like 2 creek crossings maybe, and the last one had a bridge. So I think the next one is like narrow enough to where you can kind of hop across it. There's like a log somebody like put down, but it looked slick because it's been raining. But yeah, this trail is pretty flat, and if I run into anything cool, I'll video it. Okay, here's the next like little stream crossing. Like I said, there is that log up there. It's kind of shallow enough though to where like I just kind of like hopped over it. So, whoop. And like I mean I'm short enough, but it's a consistent enough. It's a consistent enough stream to where it is on the map. So just beware of that. Just because I wanted to share, we got some all white columbine flowers here, which is so beautiful. It's Colorado state flower. Check out this view. And the rain. A lot of people don't like rain, but I think genuinely here in the Teton Mountains, it gives the mountains a completely different like vibe, and I kind of love it. It's like so eerie. Also, when I get back this afternoon, I'm going to talk to you guys about mental health and how to keep your mental health well on the trail, because I feel like a lot of people don't talk about trail mental health. And this week has been a really terrible week for me in terms of mental health. So I definitely want to make sure that I touch on topics that we haven't already covered. So we'll do that when we get back. The rain made me think of it. So yeah, we'll do that this afternoon. Here is the canyon. We're hiking through that right now. This was probably like my favorite part of the hike. Here's another cool section of the canyon that we're hiking through. Here I think is like the last stretch of canyon that we'll be going through before we come out. Yeah. Rock structures are super cool. View of the mountains is super cool. Check out how jagged those peaks are. I lied, here's more rock. Here we are hiking through the rock. Through the rock. Oh, that sounded like a pika. But I don't think there was. I think we're too low elevation. Actually, Toro pika. He's somewhere over here warning everybody else. Guys, he is right here. They're like a bunny rabbit little thing. I don't know. There he goes. So pikas are one of the creatures in the alpine. Okay, but back to what I was saying about pikas before I got distracted by the pretty waterfall. So pikas live in the high alpine, so they live in like rock structures, things like this. They actually can't survive past a certain temperature, so when it gets too hot, they'll die. So that's why they stay in that alpine environment, because it's naturally like cooler. And unfortunately, due to like global warming and climate change, their area where they're able to survive is getting like smaller and smaller and smaller. So we're seeing like less pika, but you know, I do hope that the species continues to survive and thrive. But yeah, they are an alpine animal. So and they're so cute. They remind me of like a mouse and a bunny like combine. Like low key like a chinchilla, but like not like more bunny like. They literally look like bunnies with round ears. They're so cute. And they'll have a lookout, which is what that one was doing. And they'll like scream to like warn all the other ones that like something's coming. And then they'll all like go and run and hide, and it's so cute. Here is Inspiration Point. Here is going down the canyon. Okay. So like Shores Trail. Okay guys, so I am back here at my house. I was thinking about taking out my paddleboard. Today's just kind of been like a meh like day for me. This week has honestly not been like the best week for me personally, but I mean that's okay. There'll be better weeks. Somebody once told me that there's no bad days in the park, and I definitely try and live like that. But anyway, so let's talk about mental health since this week has not been like a great week for me. But specifically, let's talk about it while hiking, okay? Because I feel like this is a topic that a lot of people like don't necessarily like bring up, or it doesn't really get like talked a lot about. So hiking is a very mentally draining and physically taxing, I guess like recreation activity. So the first thing I want you guys all to like know and like remember is that even if it's a small goal, it's still a goal. It doesn't matter how long of a hike like you went on. If you finish that trail, even if it's just half a mile, you still finished half a mile. Like that's amazing that you even took the time to get outside and go do that. So it doesn't matter how small of a goal, it's still a goal. So another thing, well, I've said it in a previous video, I actually hate hiking. I actually hate it. It's the entire time I'm hiking, I'm like, this sucks. I want to stop. I want to turn around. I want to go home. I just don't like it. Well, I say I don't like it. I do like it. That's why I do it. But there is a larger part of me that's like, I just want to stop this right now and go home because it is very physically demanding. It is a mind game. You have to tell yourself that you are capable of doing things, because after I finish a hike and I go home, I'm like, wow, I did that. I didn't think that I could do that. And that right there is why I keep hiking, because I did something that I thought I couldn't do, or I thought I couldn't like get through. So never like over push your body, but at the same time, your body is physically strong enough to go as long as your mind tells you you can go. So as long as your mind is like, you know what, we're gonna get through this, it's gonna be okay. It's kind of like working out. If you've ever gone on like a run or something before, it kind of like is not fun, but it's like the feeling after you complete a run, you're like, wow, like I feel good about myself. Hiking's kind of like the same way. Another thing is like comfortability. So like personally, I think it's good to like push outside of your comfort zone. Everybody has a different comfort zone, so that's what's important. So like for me, like this season, hiking by myself, for instance, I never thought I would hike by myself, but I actually love hiking by myself. I have found like nature is just so like relieving to just be like in the moment, and I don't know, just surround myself with like the voices of nature, like however you want to say it. It's nice to like ground yourself in the present. So I mean, I know like I take videos like while I'm on the trail, but I like to tell people, try to like detox from like social media, like your phone, as much as you can like while you're hiking, so that you can fully like engulf yourself in like your surroundings and like what's around you. Because like even hiking in the rain, if you have the right gear, that's another thing. Make sure that you're always properly prepared when bringing gear, something that I did not do yesterday. We won't talk about that, but make sure you always have the right gear, because that's what partially makes you comfortable and it makes your mentality better. If you have that rain jacket versus not having that rain jacket, it's going to make you go longer and you won't be quite as miserable. So yeah, that's some tips and tricks for like trail mental health. Another thing is like it can get really, hiking can get kind of boring like at times, and oftentimes I find myself like lost in my thoughts a lot. You could listen to a podcast, you could listen to some music, like kind of quietly, like on the trail so that you're not disturbing other people. That's like a great way. But yeah, I think just taking the time to be like present in nature is like super important. And yeah, just kind of like remembering what's around you and not what's up here, because I think sometimes up here can definitely be a little dangerous and a little draining. So yeah, I think it's definitely important to like take the time to stop at those overlooks and remember why you are hiking to start off with. Nature is beautiful and there's a lot of beautiful things about it. Like I said, you don't have to do a hard hike to like feel accomplished. Just get out there and like start walking in the woods and just see what you discover or like what you find. Who knows, you could find something new. But yeah, that's just a little bit of conversation. Another thing is like obviously keeping your body happy is important. So like I said, proper gear, proper footwear, and like always bring enough water, because you want your body happy while you're hiking too, because that can help your mentality, that can help boost your mentality. But yeah, just remember it's okay to not like be having fun. Don't give up. Do not give up even if you are not having fun. Push through it just a little bit more, get to that next overlook, see how you feel after you stop at that overlook and you're like, wow, this is why I did that. So yeah, that's just a little bit of mental health, kind of, I guess, touching on topics, but okay, so I just went to Swim Beach, and going to Swim Beach made me like think of it, but I just wanted to touch on the importance of life jacket, like wearing your life jacket when you're out on the lake or any body of water, especially here. A lot of people think, oh, it's a lake, the water is like smooth, you know, I don't need a life jacket. Yes, you do. And here's why. So yesterday, and this is public information, so I'm not releasing anything that's not public information. A man and his partner were out on the water paddleboarding. His paddleboard, like the water got choppy, a storm kind of blew up. Same storm that I got caught in while I was hiking. Storm blew up on him. He fell off, paddleboard got away from him. He wasn't wearing his life jacket, but his partner was. His partner was okay. He was not. He ended up drowning, and our paramedics came out here and did CPR on him for an hour straight, and he did not come back. So it's extremely important to not like just have your life jacket, but wear your life jacket when you're on any body of water, because you never know what's going to happen, and our lake is very deceiving. The water can get rough very, very quickly. So always check the forecast before you head out anywhere, any type of recreational activity. And yeah, it was very sad, very, very sad. So just keep the family in your prayers, and obviously like our first responders, like in your prayers as well. They did the best that they could do. And I know that had to be very hard on everyone, the family and the person and the first responders who witnessed it. So yeah, but I just was gonna say that it happened yesterday right here at Swim Beach, so it can happen anywhere. Happy late 4th of July, everybody. So I believe this is video, let's see, 9 and 10. So we're in week 9 and 10, which is pretty crazy, to me. So I'm starting to post bi-weekly now because I'm not really filming enough, anymore to really like, post every week. So the last week of June, I hiked Signal Mountain Summit. I think that was like the main thing that I did, and then I took the MOCC, which if you don't know what the MOCC is, that's the motorized operator carrier certification for the Department of Interior. So I now have my MOCC certification, which is pretty cool. So I can drive boats for the Park Service now, actually the Department of Interior now. So Fish and Wildlife, things like that. And then this past week did the Cascade Canyon Hidden Falls and Inspiration Point loop there. Had some personal drama in my life happen. Yay. So we're in our sad girl feels right now. It'll get better, but yeah, so unfortunately mistakes were made, and there are consequences to the mistakes that you make in life, but that is life, and you learn from it. So yeah, we're learning. A lot of this is a learning experience, but yeah. And so then last night we went and saw fireworks in downtown Jackson, which was fun. That was pretty cool to see fireworks for the 4th of July. I'm adding it to like my list of cool places that I've seen fireworks. So that was fun. So it's a little life update, little video update. But yeah, we're in week 9 and 10, and this start of next week, Sunday, tomorrow, will be week 11 and 12. That's pretty insane to think that I've been here for that long. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, tune in. I know that a couple of you were through hiking the Crest Trail, so if you have any updates that you want to share with me, I definitely want to know like how that went. So definitely please add your updates like in the comments. Let me know how your trip was. I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great week and that you'll tune in 2 weeks for my next video. Anyway, have a great day, guys.